Little weekend job here. Everybody else is working on a location. Boss sent me over here to take care of this little driveway project. A few months, probably about 6-7 months ago, we did a job further down that lease road right there. I'll show it to you here in a little while, but we got a gravel piled up over there, and I'm gonna take some of that gravel I got piled up and place it down this driveway for the ranch owners. As you can see, it gets really muddy. They've attempted to kind of bridge over these low water spots with this bull rock, and on the ruts in the ground, it looks like it doesn't work too well. So I got a little pipe laying right there for this one, so I'm gonna have to install that here. And there's, I think, 1, 2, I believe there's 3 more that I'm gonna have to dig out. I got the 621 and the John Deere excavator with me today, and I'm a one-man show. Everybody else has got to be babysat and all whatnot, so the boss trusts me to come over here and get this done. Don't know how much I'm going to be able to get done today, because it's going to be a long haul. But said the objective is going to be to dig out this bull rock and some of the extra dirt that's in here for these low water crossings. I'm going to be taking all this material up to the little ranch house up there, a little cabin. Show that to you here in a little while, and just construct a berm for a little target range or something like that. For whatever reason, I guess they like to have target practice out there with arrows or pistols or whatever. But that's going to be this part of the project, and show you all the other half of it, as well as the stockpile of material I'll be pulling from. This is the other part of the project. I gotta dump the gravel over here, and well, before I can even do that, I gotta dig a little bit of dirt out of here, bridge over this soft spot whenever it rains. I gotta take some gravel, dump it from the lease road over to here in front of this shed, and over here, I believe, probably just over to this side of this cabin. And all the dirt and bull rock I take out of those low water crossings, I'm gonna be placing over here. This is their little target range area, so it's more or less just gonna try and build some kind of a berm, and then I'll shape it up with the excavator. Nothing too crazy, nothing too fancy. Not sure, still have to get some clarification if they want me to carry some gravel over here to this side, but for the time being, it's going around just up to that side of the cabin and the opposite side of this tool shed. And forgot to mention while I was over there, the time-consuming part that I'm going to be dealing with is going to be backing that scraper up down that driveway, because there's nowhere to turn it around. So that's going to be the time-consuming part of it all. It's backing that scraper down there and dumping the gravel and shagging ass back over to the stockpile, and which is where we are going to be heading now. About 7 months ago, we were at this job over here. Maybe y'all have probably seen some of the videos of it. I know CDN Cat Skinner and maybe Digger 321. You guys have probably seen that video titled Dozer Madness. This is the job where both our 8s and that other contractor had that rented D8 and their 2 6s. That has all since been completed, and the wells are drilled, and they're producing oil. And here's what's left of it. I can't believe they actually got grass trying to grow out over here. I guess these cows think I'm gonna feed them. Not the case. Got my 621 scraper, well, 621 dump truck today. And there's my pile of base I'm gonna be taking it from. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and check out my machinery and get to work. Well, here's the beginning of the road. Didn't have the gate combination to open up the gate and scrape the rest of that grass back there, and didn't feel like having to replace the gate if I hit it with the rear end of the scraper, so I'll probably just leave a little extra gravel piled up over here, that way I could get pushed up there with the blade. But this went surprisingly fast. Low water crossings dug out real easy, and this all got taken out in, believe it or not, just 2 passes. It's not a high traffic road, it's just going to be enough for passenger vehicles, pickups, maybe once in a while a tractor and maybe a cattle trailer. Now I've decided I'm going to go ahead and just start filling it in, fill the low water crossings in first, bring them up to grade. Then I'll start capping the road with material. And where this drain pipe is that I got to install, what I'm thinking about doing is filling it in up all the way, and covering it up all the way across once I get the road material in here, and just coming back and digging the trench out with the excavator and then putting the pipe in. There ain't no sense in me laying the pipe in here when I don't even have the gravel in here, and end up moving the pipe and tear up the bottom of the scraper or damage the pipe. So I think that's going to be the best way to go about it. Got another low water crossing right here, and there's a total of 4, but I guess the landowner's only concerned with the water draining in this one. So after I get it filled in, I'll bring the excavator over here and kind of figure out where the flow line is. I guess the water kind of flows right in about through here. So I have the pipe running from here over to this end, and I guess I'll get with the boss, see if he wants me to take a couple of these trees out. Me personally, if I'm going to be driving through here with a vehicle, I'd definitely like to have enough room where I'm not scraping the hell out of my pickups and getting whacked if I'm on the tractor or something. I'm pretty sure everybody else would feel the same way, but some people don't. Alrighty, I guess I'm going to go and start getting my machine on the stockpile and turn my 621 into a dump truck. I'm probably on my 3rd load of gravel to take over to our little driveway job, and as you can see, I'm having my 621 serve as my dump truck. This is the better quality part of the pile, I guess. Not as much chunky concreted pieces of gravel I'm having to run across. I like to try and use the better stuff for the landowner. thing up as much as I can within reason, and then take it down and place it on the road. Let's see if I can pick some of this bigger stuff, get it out where I don't throw it into my scraper. Well, so far this is the completed project. Probably about a good 500 feet of road I had to put in. And for it just being done with a 621, I guess that ain't too bad. This little bit of material I've got left over here is gonna be to go from where it's ended out to the county road. And that'll get done with the blade when it gets brought over here. But the only thing I didn't get done by the end of quitting time was get that damn drain pipe put in, but I guess that ain't that big of a deal. I could either do it tomorrow or Monday or whatever they decide to have me do. The wonderful thing about working in the oil field, you never know what your work schedule is until the very last second. But it all pays the same, I guess. A lot of really big chunks of stabilized base in here. The thing about this recycled gravel, if it's stabilized, you get these big chunks, and it's a little bit difficult to work with unless you got a real heavy tracked machine to break it up. Doesn't look too bad for being put in with a 621. It'll all get shaped up with the blade when it gets over here. So I'm gonna go take a look and see how much I got here for the drain pipe. I imagine I'll have enough to cover it. If not, I'll just go ahead and adjust the flow lines a little bit. As I said, it's not a real high traffic area, just enough for cars and pickups. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'll have plenty of cover on here. If I got to, so I can just dig out a little bit where the flow line is on each side of the pipe. But it's about 5 o'clock, a little bit after, so I think it's quitting time.